Hello everyone, welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. We are starting a brand new game, and I just finished the tutorial for it, and my mind is blown. This game is called The Age of Wonders, Planetfall. It's a brand new game. I've never played with it. I tried the tutorial, and this is the end of it. And there are so many things to try to handle. That's why my mind is blown. Anyway, let's try to see. We'll start the campaign mode at the end of the tutorial. Yeah, let's try the campaign mode and see if we can actually do this. Like I said, my mind is blown. That it is so deep. There are so many things involved. Apparently there are factions.
We barely escaped the surface of the planet before the void anomaly consumed it. We're lucky to have gotten the colonists out alive. These last few days have left me filled with more questions than answers. What happened on the surface here? What was that gravitronic wave that ripped through this star cluster? Well, it looks like we'll have plenty of time to sleep on this. The gravitronic force destabilized the void rift in this system, making faster than light travel impossible. We have to get home the old-fashioned way. It will take us close to 200 years to reach the nearest Star Union hub. I have ordered everyone to prepare for cryosleep. We will see what kind of world we wake up to.
Wow, this is going to be very interesting. So that means apparently there's an empire, an interstellar.
The currents of the void shift around me. Follow my voice, my last possession. My name was Empress Carmenia, and I was the last regent of the Star Union. We built a paradise on 1,000 planets, a glistening web strung between the stars. But the cataclysm shattered all, leaving our people stranded and alien to one another. Whoever you are, whatever you have become, it is time to leave this dark age behind and return to the worlds of your ancestors. Uncover our secrets, but heed our mistakes. Forge a new empire, a new age of wonders.
Recommended planet. We recommend playing a practice world planet before continuing with the campaign. Your progress has automatically been saved, and you can always continue your campaign from this point by loading the last campaign autosave. Do we want to do that? So apparently this is a lot harder than... Apparently they feel the tutorial is not good enough. And therefore they want us to play a practice world before we continue with the campaign. So I guess this is a more intensive, more in-depth tutorial. As I suspected when I finished the tutorial, it's like, whoa, there's so many things. I was just slammed with so many things, and I had no. Okay, so should we do this, or should we just go straight into the campaign? Because it says we recommend playing a practice world planet before continuing with the campaign. So that means whatever is in the practice world planet, your progress has automatically been saved, and you can always continue your campaign from this point by loading the last campaign autosave. I don't know. It's just that if we don't, if we press yes, we go to a practice world. If we press no, it and it shows here on the left-hand column, leave 6. Let's press no for a while. So that means we leave 6 after 200 years of cryosleep. The Vanguard face a cataclysmic homecoming, and we will continue to play with the character we started with the tutorial. And then if we go down, so apparently these things are not available, and they become all these grayed out things. Maybe they become available as we continue with the campaign. If we play this, oh, it's a different race. It's a different faction. So that's I don't know what that is. Wow. So these are not available. So there are apparently a lot more. What if we go back? Can we go back? No. Continue. Ouch. Okay. So apparently we cannot go back to the practice world. Let's see what happens. Let's select this. So this is our campaign, right? Challenge level is low, or let's put it at medium. Hero resurgence always, or can we change this later? Challenge level is low. This is a tutorial, right? Let's try it at medium, and if it doesn't work out, I will reload the first game, or I will reload through the whole process, and then we will restart. Okay, let's start the mission. You know,
Commander's personal record, Vanguard Expeditionary Forces. Cryosleep cycle completed. No casualties. Time since launch, 197 years.
Wow.
We're finally back. After a storm destroyed our hyperspace passage, we had to take the long way around. Most of us joined the Vanguard to escape our past. 2 centuries should be enough to give everybody a clean slate.
Okay, next.
Time to contact Vanguard Central Command. We're heading for Leave 6, the military transit hub in this section of the borderlands. The crew is already speculating about visiting the Elysium parks. Gambling, booze, and promiscuous androids. Oh, well, after 2 centuries of sleep, it's time for some fun.
Yeah, sure.
Something is wrong. We have reached the Leave 6 star system, but instead of orbital patrol, there was only scattered wreckage awaiting our arrival. While searching for survivors, we spotted a ship of unknown configuration. Entering the planet's atmosphere, it ignored our hails. Residual void interference prevents us from scanning the surface.
This doesn't sound good.
The Elysium parks must wait. We have a new mission. We need to assess the strategic situation on Leave 6. Contact Vanguard Central Command and help them clean up this mess. Prepare for Planetfall, for the Vanguard, and for the Union.
Okay, world size is tiny. Landmass type is land. Water is 2%. So this is some. These are all default settings. Okay, let's start the game. Sorry. I'm very nervous. Maybe we should have gone with the low challenge. Jack Gelder. With base camp set, we're ready to march out. Down here, it's the same desolate image as in orbit. It's all desert and charred ruins. The tropical paradise Vanguard Central created for their soldiers have gone to hell. Someone has been fighting a war here. The question is who and when. So far, none of our standard frequency calls have been answered. If there are any survivors, they are either cut off from communications or unwilling to talk. Time to search the old-fashioned way with our laser rifles ready. Beep, blip, 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 blip. The robot ambles playfully. Would you look at that, Lieutenant Zhang? Your little friend is making himself comfortable in this rotten place. Yes, sir, but it's no surprise. My brother used to be stationed at one of the Leave 6 repair stations. This is where we assembled Tapple. He must be feeling his close to his... Hey, Tapples! What do you think you're doing? Bleep, 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 boop. The robot slips through one of the still unfinished sections of the camp wall. He dashes straight into the desert. Uh-oh. Okay, so we have a mission. Search for survivors. Send out your owl scouts to look for any Star Union presence in this vicinity. Hint, not all armies on the strategic map are hostile to you. Only when an army banner is showing a skull, you should be careful to interact with it. So search for survivors. So we're looking for a Paragon faction met, okay. And locate Tapples. Accept. Okay, okay, now, like I said, because this is a gameplay tutorial, let us check. If we look at the right hand screen, we are seeing left on the D-pad. Oh, so that it leads us there. Victory conditions uncover the fate of Leave 6. So these are then the missions that we're supposed to do. And then up and down on the D-pad, uncover the fate of Leave 6, search for survivals, and locate Tapple. So those are... Okay. And then military condition is last man standing. Defeat remaining commanders. Oh, there are 3 of them. Okay, so circle to clock. What's this tag? We don't know yet. Let's not choose that one yet. And then the other one is this one. Yeah, victory. Okay, that's it. You can end this mission by investigating what happened on Leave 6 since your departure almost 200 years ago. So there are 8 clues to find. Oh, so in that regard, we can actually change to last man standing because there are 3 other factions. And so this is our cursor. And if we go on a cursor, there are things on here. What is this? Port 6. If we press X, Port 6, a land... Oh, spaceport landmark, owner Marauder Guard. Ooh. This landmark is an advanced production sector and gives the following when annexed: 60 production plus 6 production per person, I think, maybe, and 30 what's that? I don't know what that is. That's energy or something. Equals 3 per energy. Additionally, it unlocks the building, the following building in your spaceship maintenance bay. Faction with a claim on this is Jack Gelder. That's us because we are just next door to it. Yeah, we are here. How about here? And what's this? Ooh. And if we press up on the D-pad, it now allows us to navigate. So, and then right on the D-pad allows us to check on the individual units. And if we press square, it tells us, it gives us a better definition. And then right on the D-pad to move it, the cursor from the mod to the statistics on that thing. This is a wait. So this is a Paragon. It's a heavy soldier army commander. So it's like us. Maybe it's like the hero of the group. It's a tier 3 elite, and it has 60 hit points, 32 mid movement points, and 4 armor. It's a heavy. Okay, and then for a more detailed description, pressing square and then left on the D-pad. Our cursor is now transferred to this. At the top, it gives you us a summary. 60 out of 60 hit points. It has 4 armor. Armor is primarily as a defense against melee. And then the 1 energy is a shield. A shield is basically against a side attack and range weapons. So this one is armed with a heavy repeater. A heavy repeater is apparently it's a kinetic weapon, right? Kinetic weapon, and that means if we look at it, it says heavy repeater. Below it, active ability is a repeating. So that means, and beside the repeating, there's a big block, and then after that there are 3 slashes. Each slash represents an action, whether you move or you fire or you do some other extraneous items. So in other words, if it did not move, it has 3 action points, and each action point allows it to fire its gun. So firing requires 1 action point, and therefore it can fire 3 times. Wow, this is powerful. And below that, it has a like an 80% hit chance, I think, or its an accuracy is 80%. I don't know what the star is or the sun is. And then number 7 there is the range. So that means it has a very long range. Fire the heavy repeater at the target affected by line of sight rules. And then it has a secondary weapon. This one is the primary weapon. This is the secondary weapon. Ooh, even longer. Free action, upgraded strike missile. Ooh, 90% accuracy. Launch a missile dealing damage in a 1 hex radius. Whoa, it's an area effect. Massive impact. Stagger. Stagger means when a unit is staggered, it loses 1 ability point, or in one of these action points once it turns once its turn comes around. And also, like if we have Overwatch, let's say if our unit is in Overwatch and it was staggered, it will lose its Overwatch ability. Or if it's like entrenched, whatever status effect that we have, or extra ability we have while we are in a stationary position, we will lose that effect, the beneficial effect. Demolisher, 200% additional damage to obstacles, so it can destroy cover. Ouch. Affected by line of sight. Cooldown, only 1 cooldown? Jeez, this thing is scary. Wow, that is scary. And then number 3, defense mode, so it can go stagger resistant. Ooh, this unit moves more slowly intact. So we have to kite this. If we're fighting something like this, we have to kite it, meaning we have to get we have to run and gun and get all of its like if it is leading this, we will have to run and gun so that we get rid of all these subsidiary affiliated units. So this is a tier 3, this is a tier 2, and this is a tier 2. Whoa, and only 1 tier 1. So tier 3 is a more powerful. Okay, wow. And at the bottom of it, it says NPC army of Paragon faction, army power of 810. This is a very, very strong army. And in comparison, this is our army. That's our army. And if we look at the same thing, Jack Gelder is, I think, level 1. This is a tier 2. Let's say if we look at Jack Gelder against Square, and then so to look at the individual armies is that once we pick that army up on the D-pad and then press square, And then we see what Jack is. Jack has 50 hit points, has an armor of 3, not bad actually, has a movement of 32 points, and he carries the laser rifle, which has a 90% accuracy, can cause 11 points of burn damage, and has a distance of 7. So it's about the same as the level 3 there, 7. That's like medium range. I think I think short range is 3, medium range is 5. So this 7 is considered long range, and then the rocket launcher that the other guy had is considered extra long range at 9. I think it's 3, 5, and 7. I'm not sure. But we're of equivalent, and we are also have. Why do we? Again, we also, this is repeating, so that means we can fire 3 shots with this, and each shot can cause a maximum of 11% flame damage or fire damage. And then we also are equipped with 1 grenade, so that means we can, I don't know what that 4 means. Does that mean it's a level 4 or we have only 4 shots? I think it's a level 4. And this is a level 1. So we have one grenade. So that this talks about the same thing. Grenade, defense mode. So we can hunker down. In effect, like in XCOM, we could hunker down. Okay, we cannot be mind controlled. We can do Overwatch. When the unit dies in combat, it is revived at the end of combat if its owner is victorious. Revived units are brought back with 50% of their maximum, but they are revived, I think, at their home base. So that means steady aim. So that means they have to, the army will be bereft of him. So to unite them, we have to get Jack back. So it's considered a biological. We are commander is we're considered a hero, infantry based. Land movement is considered a light unit. We're a vanguard faction. And then the second one is a void blade. Oh, this is primarily a melee unit. It has no range attack. Melee attacks with dimensional blades, high impact stagger, reducing action points and cancelling defensive modes. Bypass all shields, and it has 1 armor. This quantum pulse, this unit splits into alternate version of itself. The clone unit teleports a short distance, delivering a burst of instability, leaving the original version behind. The clone lasts 2 turns. If the original unit is killed while the clone will remain, replacing the No, this is very good. And it is what, considered tier 2 or something? Dimensional instability, strength, chance to cause dimensional disability until the end of combat. Ooh! Only affects ground targets, cooldown 4 turns. Not bad. Oh, wait. So this is a tier 2. Jack's a I don't know, tier 2. And this is a bike, assault bike. So single action is not repeating, but it does more damage, flame based. Oh, this is like close to melee, but has only a range of 1. The range on this one is 5. This is 1. Defense mode, psionic resistance, because it is a mechanical, stagger resistant. Oh, it is extra sensitive to arc, exposed flanks. Oh, will ignore its armor. Up to 2. It's considered a heavy unit. Oh, it has 40 what do you call this, 40 range, movement points, and 51 has health points. So it's considered a heavy. I guess these are our typical grunts. 44 hit points. These are tier 1. Yeah, these are tier 1. So these they have the same assault weapon, 9 shots, 9 damage. Oh, these are, I guess these are kinetic weapons. The star is like a kinetic. It's not flame based. Grenade is kinetic. And it has repeating, so it can fire 3 times with full damage of 9. Okay, so this is trying just to understand. Our timer just went off. So this is pressing square allows us to cancel. And then so we can move around and find what these things are. Like this one. What is this? Oh, what's this one? Imperial Energy Stash. Oh, okay, we can go there and pick it up. What's this? What? Oh, it's not registering. And who's this? Oh, another Paragon faction. Wow, there are 2 Paragon factions right here. Wow, we're surrounded by 2 Paragon factions. Maybe we might want to reload this. Another Paragon faction. Jeez. And this one is? Wow. This is like Marauder growth. Okay, I guess, what's this? Imperial Supply Stash. You know what? We might actually want to, because this looks like a no, okay. Anyway, okay, I guess this would be a good place to cut the episode right here. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you'll join me in the next episode. Bye.